name is Paniko. I'm 29 years old. I'm a freelance hair and makeup artist. I'm at the park today to meet one of my close friends from back when I was still in vocational school. His name is Kenji and he's working as a barber. Wait, what the hell? Is that you, Kenji? Why are you wearing that dragon mask?
Well, I was going to perform a dance in this thing at our next reunion. I'm sure everyone's going to love it.
Well, they're definitely going to be surprised. That's for sure. But why a dragon mask? Are you even going to have space to perform your dance?
Actually, yeah. We're renting out an entire barbecue restaurant for our next reunion, so that's why I chose this act as my performance.
Wait, have you ever performed these kinds of dances before?
No, I don't know a thing about it.
Wait, but how are you planning on learning the dance then?
Well, you just have to take a deep breath and trust your skills. A little bit of confidence is all you need to perform a good dance. Now come on, Paniko. Let's dance together, you and me.
What? You want me to dance with you? I think I'm good, thanks. By the way, I heard that my stepsister Yua is planning on going to that reunion Kenji was talking about. Yua's mother passed away when she was young, and afterwards my dad got remarried to my mom, and that's how I was born. So Yua and I share the same father, but we're technically stepsisters. But our father also ended up passing away when we were both young. So my mother had to raise both Yua and me all by herself from a young age. And now I'm living with my mother at her place. Yua moved out a few years ago with her husband, and they have a place nearby. My mom still has a job, and she seems really busy every day. I obviously try my best to help her out with the chores to lessen her load. Back in high school, Kenji was in the same class as Yua. I didn't know that until I met Kenji at vocational school, and when he told me about how he was close friends with Yua. And ever since then, we've been pretty close. He gave me a lot of advice when I was just starting out as a freelance hair and makeup artist and helped me launch my career. He's pretty much the reason I'm successful today. But I can't believe Yua would do something like that to him. I had no idea what was about to happen between my stepsister and Kenji when I was hanging out at the park with him. But one day, I was vacuuming the floor at my mother's place. Yua came to visit me and said this. Oh hey Yua, what's up? I heard that you've been doing pretty well at work recently. I saw your social media posts. I don't really want to say this, but I think you should stop bragging so much about yourself on your account. People are going to think you're pretentious if you keep on posting that kind of stuff. Wait, what? You always talk about the awards you've won and the famous celebrities that you did makeup for. That just seems pretentious, you know? Well, I get what you're saying, but I'm a freelance hair and makeup artist. Those posts are a great way for me to make my name for myself. And here we go again. When I first started to gain a bunch of followers on my social media, Yua told me that I should stop talking about myself so much on the internet. And ever since then, she's been bugging me over this every single time we see each other. She can be an envious person sometimes, and whenever she sees someone being successful, she can't stand it. She ends up throwing insults at them and calls them pretentious or entitled. I just made a post about the big award I won recently. Yua probably saw that post, and that's why she came over here today. That post was apparently too pretentious for her. God, why can't she just leave me alone? She's a grown woman now, and she's even married. She's the one that needs to stop being so annoying all the time. But I could care less about what Yua said. I kept on making posts showcasing my work and the awards I won. Sure, some people might think I'm bragging, but that's just part of my job. But a few days later, after I finished work, I opened my social media account on my way home and made a post about what I did that day. But then, someone left a weird comment on my post. You brag too much about yourself. Your posts are all boring and you seem like someone that's too full of themselves. What the hell is this? The account doesn't even have any followers. For a second, I thought that Yua might be the one that left this comment on my post. I mean, this is the kind of thing she would say to me. But I didn't want to make things worse by blocking her, so I just muted the account for now and decided to see if that changed anything. But the next day, I got even more hate comments on my social media posts. And the day after that, the number of accounts leaving hate comments on my posts doubled. None of the accounts had any followers. One of the comments that stood out to me said that I was a useless, talentless piece of crap that was a waste of space. They told me I should quit my job and kill myself? Okay, this is crossing the line. This was getting out of hand, so I decided to call Yua and see if she knew anything about the comments. Hey, Panico, is everything alright? No, actually, have you been checking my social media recently? No, actually, I haven't. Did something happen? Do you want to talk about it? You can tell me anything. I'm your sister, after all. Why does she sound so happy right now? She's definitely the one leaving those nasty comments on my page. Well, recently, some people have been leaving a bunch of hate comments on my posts. Wait, really? But I told you this was gonna happen, didn't I? You need to stop bragging about yourself all the time on your account. I told you that sooner or later, people were going to start to think that you're pretentious. So how's work going? Are those comments getting in the way of you getting work done? Well, not really. All the people I work with trust me in my work, so thankfully everything's been going well, but... Oh, really? Well, okay then. I see. Yua sounded disappointed to hear that, and before I could say anything, she hung up. But the next day, I got another comment from an account without any followers. But this time around, it wasn't a regular hate comment. It contained a serious accusation that could tarnish my reputation. One of the comments said that I'd committed theft before. Another comment declared that I used to date a bunch of men in the Yakuza. None of that is actually true. But these accounts are spreading misinformation without any remorse. And this time around, people I work with started to take notice. Look, we all trust you here, but we can't take the risk of having you associated with our company and employees. And that could make matters worse for you too. So I think it's best if we keep a safe distance for now. That's right. One of my biggest clients cut me off because of the rumors that were being spread about me online. But I don't blame them. If I were in their position, I would probably make the same call. Right now, I'm a liability. A ticking time bomb waiting to explode. I don't know what I should do about this. I couldn't sleep, eat, or rest for a few days and was on the verge of being broken. But that's when I got a call from Kenji.
Is everything alright? I saw some weird rumors about you being spread online. I know they're all lies, but...
Yeah, it's the worst.
By the way, the other day, I saw Yua at our high school reunion, but she left her phone on when she went to the bathroom, and when I looked at her screen, I saw that she was in the middle of leaving a hate comment on one of your posts. Yua's definitely the one that's been spreading those rumors about you. One of her accounts was named Anti-Panico Association. Who does something like that? She's supposed to be your stepsister, right? Does she hate you or something? It doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, I already know that my sister's the one that's been leaving those comments on the page. It's not that hard to figure out.
Wait, so you've known this entire time? Then shouldn't you do something about it? This is so unlike you. Make sure you breathe, alright? Breathing is super important when you're stressed out. And if you'd like, I can stop by your place after this and perform that dance for you to cheer you up.
It's alright. I know what I'm supposed to do now. Oh yeah, would you like to come with me?
Huh? Go where?
About 30 minutes later, Kenji showed up outside my house. And after meeting up, we headed straight to Yua's house to confront her. It was around noon when we knocked on the door, so Yua was the only one that was home. Her husband was at work. Hello, wait, what are you guys doing here? What do you want?
Look, let me cut to the chase. You've been leaving hate comments on your sister's social media, haven't you?
That's when Kenji pulled out a piece of paper that had all the comments that my sister had left on my page written on it. What are you talking about? I would never do something like...
Stop playing dumb with us. I know what you're up to. I saw your phone at the reunion a couple of days ago. You were in the middle of leaving a hate comment on one of Panico's posts. If you're gonna deny it, then you need to show us your phone.
What? You looked inside my phone? That's an invasion of my privacy, you asshole!
So you're not going to deny writing those hate comments, huh?
Oh, shoot. Yua seemed like she was caught off guard by Kenji's comment, but that's when she grinned a little and said this. Yes, I was the one that left those comments under Panico's posts. So what? What are you gonna do about it, huh? So it really was her! God, she thinks she can just get away with this, doesn't she? You bastard! So it really was you, huh? Why the hell would you do something like that? One of my biggest clients cut me off because of you. How are you gonna take responsibility for this, huh? Who Wait, you're blaming me for this? You're the one that was bragging all the time on your social media. This isn't my fault. I was just helping you ground yourself in reality. And besides, everyone leaves hate comments on social media. It's not even that big of a deal. And I bet I'm not the only one that was annoyed by your constant bragging. I'm sure there are people out there that feel the same way I do, and I was just presenting those voices to you on your behalf. But anyway, now you're all alone and don't have any celebrities you can hang out with. Huh? That's what you get for being so pretentious. You don't deserve to win those awards and hang out with those famous people. Sucks to be you. Yua grabbed the piece of paper from Kenji and flailed it around like it was nothing. Can you guys believe this woman? This isn't fair. Why would you do this to me? And so I sobbed my eyes out and ran away to hide my tears from my sister. That's what you get for being an asshole. I heard my sister laughing, and then shortly afterwards, she shut the door and went back inside. That's when I stopped running, made my way to Kenji, and high-fived him as hard as I could. Why? That's because my plan to get revenge on my sister was going as planned. I went to a cafe with Kenji afterward, but when I checked my social media there, I saw that Yua had left a few more hate comments on there. She was talking about how I used to have an affair with someone who was already married and other lies like that. It pissed me off to think that my sister was behind the screen typing all these comments out, but this is the moment I've been waiting for. I've been yearning to get my revenge for days now, and the time has finally come. The next day, when I was in the bathroom cleaning the floor, Yua came running into my house. She seemed like she was in a big rush. What the hell did you do? What is your problem? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. What the hell is this? This was in my mailbox this morning. That's when she held up a piece of paper that had notice written in bold at the top. She seemed super confused. Well, that's a content certification. To tell you the truth, I visited my lawyer a few days ago to talk to him about how I can get revenge on my sister. That's right. I had already made the necessary preparations to make my sister pay for what she did to me. Within 7 days, legal action? What is this? You really think I can pay $38,000? I don't even have a job. I can't afford that. And I can't tell my husband about this. I can't imagine how he'll react. Besides, why the hell are you suing your own damn sister? Seriously, you're the one that left hate comments on your sister's Instagram posts. What the hell is wrong with you? Are you insane or something? Well, there we have it. My sister looks like she doesn't know what to say. All right, time to set the nail in the coffin. You ignored the notice that you received from Instagram, didn't you? I guess you didn't think much of it. I was going to forgive you if you apologized to me then and there, but now it's too late for that. But I read through it, but I couldn't understand anything. It was too difficult and it scared me, so I threw it away. You really shouldn't do that, you know. You should have asked a lawyer for help with it or something. But to be honest with you, I don't really care now. I can take matters into my own hands now and make you take accountability for your actions. But when I talked to my lawyer, he told me that there was a chance that your husband was the one that left those comments on my posts. At that point, there was little I could do. But that's when you admitted to writing those comments in front of Kenji and I. Thanks to that, I was able to determine that you were the true culprit all along. And so that's why we sent the content certification to you. You bastard! It's just a few comments we're talking about. You're overreacting, damn it! God, you're getting on my nerves. Ugh, screw this! Yua seemed pissed off, but there was nothing she could do, so she headed back home. I guess she chose to ignore the content certification that we sent to her because I didn't hear back from her at all. But 2 weeks later, Yua and her husband suddenly showed up at my doorstep. Her husband seemed furious at Yua, and she seemed like she'd been dragged across the mud. I guess these 2 weeks haven't been kind to her. But that's when Yua got on her knees and started sobbing. I am so sorry. Huh, there we go. And when I looked closely, I saw that she had a document in her hand titled Court Summoning. It's a document that my lawyer sent her, and it's something people receive when they get sued. Apparently, Yua's husband found the document on the table, and that's how he found out about what she had done to me. Please, you have to forgive me, Panico. If you don't, my husband says he's gonna get a divorce with me. Wow, this is the first time I've seen my sister on her knees begging for mercy like this. This is quite entertaining. And so I grinned at her and said, "Wait, so that means you're apologizing to me because you don't want to break up with your husband, right?" No, that's not. Sorry, but I'm not going to forgive you. The next time we see each other, we'll both be in court. And so I slammed the door in her face and smashed all of her hopes into pieces. For a couple months after that, I heard Yua screaming and sobbing outside, begging for forgiveness, but her husband must have dragged her away because the crying suddenly stopped. And so I returned to the kitchen and started to cook my dinner for my mother and myself. Today we're having white stew, my mother's favorite. Oh, and after Yua and her husband got back home, they both signed the divorce documents that Yua had prepared. My brother-in-law is an executive at his company, and he can't risk having his reputation tarnished by his wife's actions. He needed to distance himself from her. He came to visit me the other day to apologize to me for his wife's actions, but I don't think I can really blame him. It's not like he did anything wrong. Oh, yeah, I ended up winning a lot of money in our court case, and my mother ended up cutting ties with Yua as well. Yua was now on her own, and she's been working day and night to pay back her debt that she incurred in the court case. Now she's living in a tiny apartment room that's about 100 years old. But that's pretty much where the story ends. Thankfully, I was able to make my sister pay for what she did to me. Oh yeah, and afterwards, I was able to clear my name and get all of my clients back. Business was back to normal, and I became even more popular than before. I had a few friends that were willing to defend me online, and thanks to their valiant effort, I was able to gain more followers through this incident. Thankfully, my life is going super well despite what my sister tried to do. Oh yeah, and I visited Kenji at his barbershop the other day to get a haircut, but...
Man, you're super impressive, Panico. I can't believe you had everything prepared by the time I reached out to you. Talk about being ready for anything.
Who do you think I am? I'm the Panico, you know? I can take on any challenge.
You're right. But I'm super honored to do your hair today. Thank you for this opportunity, Master.
Why are you calling me that? But anyway, make sure you make my hair super smooth and nice. I'm counting on ya. Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next?